Well, we're not on silent. Welcome to your daily dose. My name is Robert. It's my pal Susan, and we, as always, don't know where we're going or what we're about to say. That's why we're here. We're showing up for the moment, man. We just came out of a Jam for Joy, which is our weekly program. We have one on Tuesday. We have one on Thursdays. What are you feeling coming out of the Jam for Joy? I'm going to take this off.
Joy, that's easy.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a special session because it was focused around the theme of love.
Mm.
It was defined, love was looked at and experienced and defined in many different ways by many of us, A- and revealing the depth and complexity of it is important. It was important to me.
It was important to me too. And what struck me, I think it had a similar effect on you, and you could certainly say otherwise. But you came out of the gates as you often do with the bubbling vivaciousness about love, and I was right on course with you with that. And then we got two people who they didn't push back, but they defined it differently. And I wasn't turned off by it, but I was like, huh, that's a different take on love than I would say. And I tried to, and I think it was successful, just put light on that to say, we have some different opinions on love here today.
You yes
Okay.
anded some new concepts, which is not always that easy to do.
You know what was in my mind, and you did a great job with this today, as did Kelly. I visualized the movie Inside Out, and I visualize there's so much wisdom there in Joy's journey because Joy thinks she's a singular emotion. And it isn't until she grows up and is able to accept sadness as part of herself that she can become whole, right? So it is with love, right?
I just flashed on, yes, yes. And the way that is landing in the variety of programs that we're doing is amazing. But I just flashed on one of the pieces written on the reward in the hero's journey, the Parkinson's prison, where one of us had battled a part of herself who she named Dirty D. And her writing for the reward was that even though she the writer was victorious in the battle and she had left Dirty D behind, she didn't like that. She felt that she needed to carry her with her into her life because she was part of her. And she
Yeah,
actually went back and kind of rescued
yeah,
her enemy, her internal enemy. That was amazing. That was a kind of love that whoa, for
yeah.
yourself.
Her
Um,
perceived enemy, right? And isn't that interesting how we cast people in a certain light or pieces of ourselves in a certain light, right?
Yes, yes. And that's what Joy did in Inside Out.
Right.
And, the first time I watched it, I bought into that because I'm a joyful person. I had to watch it.
If sadness would just knock it off.
Yeah, right?
So one
So,
of the great things Joy does is she draws a circle and says, "Sadness, you stay there,"
and her foot gets and she pushes her back in.
as
This
if
is
we
your
could do
space
that.
right here. But Robert, really, and I mean, this might be a fun thing to talk about. The What happened in that movie was hard for me to get. Conceptual. It's like I could catch it at an intellectual level, but deep down emotionally, it was like, I have to carry sadness around? Really? Because I mostly don't. But then that's not entirely true.
So here's the thing, and I'm right with you. I have to yes and that to say it was one of the first Pixar movies that when I first saw it, I went, I was disappointed because it didn't do what I wanted to do. It was no mark on what it did. And as I've grown and matured and looked at things a little more deeply, I've gone back and go, oh, that's what it was doing. And now not only do I love it, as you know, we're teaching a version of day one with Inside Out, turning Parkinson's disease inside out, right? So
Wow.
yeah, thanks, Pete Doctor. Thank you, Pixar. There's way more than I thought going on there.
Wow.
Well, hey, we'll dig into that. That's 5 minutes, but we'll give people a little more on the upcoming program. How about that? Their next
Yeah.
dose. Sound good?
Yes. Love and joy and sadness coming up.
What up?